ever, except for the shootout, I guess.
We could have gone a little deeper probably in the shootout. Really good shootout, but
I think Max will go with sweating just a little bit there at the
We're
end.
getting close. We're getting close.
You did decide to go with a couple of defensemen early there. Just any thought on why you went with Crawford and McNabb? Or?
Yeah, you know, we practice this a lot in practice, especially the day before a game. So those are two guys that Crawford and McNabb will do pretty well. If you watch the skills competition, the AHL All-Star game, McNabb had a great move there. And, you know, a lot of time it's gut instinct and then, you know, just kind of going with the guys that you feel are going to match up against that goaltender well.
But in terms of it, grinding it out, though, I mean, your fourth line spent a lot of time out on the ice. There wasn't too many penalties either way, and, you know, Legault and Waugh and Sidlowski gave you a lot in terms of puck possession, keeping the puck in.
They were huge, I thought, all weekend. I thought last night they played really well for us. They gave us a lot of good minutes, and then, you know, that allows your top players or your offensive players a little bit more time to rest, so they're more fresh 5-on-5, and we felt really comfortable with them. Me and Chris talked about it before the game tonight. We really didn't feel there was a bad matchup for them out there tonight. They held their own against every line, and they had a lot of good minutes for us.
5 or 6 point weekend has to be uplifting as well.
It's huge. I mean, that's our push right now with 19 games remaining. I think it is right now. And so many 3-and-3s coming up. This was a good introduction to what we've got ahead of us. 3 games this week, and then going on the Texas trip. So you got to find ways to get every point right now. It's so tight in the league, and you know, everybody's battling for a playoff spot. So you just got to find a way to get a point every night.
You're gonna go take a look at that spot on the glass there, up at the top.
It was payback.
Yeah, right.
Payback for the goal Friday night. That was, you know, and that's part of the game. That was probably one of the. To me, I felt really good after that goal, only for the fact that our team nothing changed. You know what I mean? Like, guys they didn't put their heads down. It was right back to work. You know, we came from 2 goals down last night to get a point in Binghamton. Like, just a very resilient group. And right now, it's very matter of fact. Let's just keep working, keep playing our game, doing the right things. And a lot of that goes to our leadership. You know, with Matt Ellis and Mark Mankieri and Tarnasky and McCormick and Rich Miller, the vets on our team have done a great job of keeping guys moving in the right direction.
Talk about the first period start. You guys go 2-0, but it seemed like they really had control of the puck and they had a lot more pressure in your zone. So how you guys felt, I guess, despite having, I guess, so to speak, been outplayed, but still up 2-0.
We felt very fortunate to be up 2-0. You know, it's the 3rd game in 3 nights, and it's our first one of the year. So I thought we weren't moving our feet at all in the first period. We were lucky to get out of there with both goals, and both goals were, as we always talk about, the kind of goals that we need to score as a hockey team. First one was a forecheck into offensive zone play with that big line, just getting over the puck and grinding their D down low. And then the second goal is Gergenson's just moving his feet, driving the defenseman wide. Veroni beating his defenseman to the net. That's the way we got to play every night. Put pressure on other teams' defensemen and goaltenders with our forwards. And when we do that, we're successful.
Coach, now that this long weekend is over, you got a couple of home games coming up next. What can we expect from you guys?
Well, hopefully more of the same. You know, we took care of home ice this weekend, getting all 4 points, and you know, before that we had not taken care of home ice. So there's got to be a commitment. You know, the expectation when you're in this type of playoff race is at 2 points at home. That's the expectation. On the road, you can deal with some of those 1-point games, but you got to take care of your home ice here.
Especially after that 3-3, now that you've had some home games, how nice that you don't have to worry about all that travel, especially after a brutal weekend.
Yeah, you know, we've been really fortunate this year in terms of our travel and our schedule, and you know, obviously the Texas trip is coming up with Oklahoma City and then the 3 Texas teams. So banking those points right now while you're at home is extremely important.
Zemgus was all over the place. I mean, he gets the assist, but he must have racked up 10 hits in the game, too. It seemed like he was all over the ice. His confidence, his conditioning, is it all kind of back together?
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think one is coming off of the injury, just getting his feet back under him. His minutes are up right now, and anybody that plays hockey will tell you the more minutes you get, the better you feel out there. And he's playing with really good players. I mean, Phil Veroni has been outstanding for us. I thought he had a really good weekend, and he's a guy who's going to find you. You know, you get open, he's really good with the puck, and Mark Mankieri's a big body, shoots the puck well, so that makes it easy on Z. If Mark's got it, go to the net, because that's where it's going to end up. He leads the American Hockey League in shots. So it's a pretty simple formula. And I think he embraces that role. Like, he wants to get to the net. He wants to play in those dirty areas. And if he wants to go where he is supposed to be going, that's the way he's going to have to play every night.
How does Matt Ellis go with no stick and 2 guys with sticks on both of his sides, and he comes out with the puck.
Veteran.
How does that-
He's a veteran. You know, that's I don't know where he learned that trick. But, you know, he's been huge for us. Just a really calming influence on the bench too. You know, he knows how to talk to guys. He knows how to. I think the one difference that we've seen from last year to this year is guys like him being on the bench, Cody McCormick, that'll settle things down. When things get a little squirrely, you know, we got a young D-core. We got to make sure that we're not panicking. Just get back to our game, and he'll say the right things and just talk to guys and get them through it. And that's what veteran leadership does for you.
A nice move by LXBA.
Yeah, it was great. He actually was hounding me the entire shootout in there. He said he made sure that I knew he was ready the whole time. So we were saving him for a little bit of drama going down the stretch. But he's another guy. He's got a good set of hands. And, you know, he had a plan going in there, and he knew what he wanted to do, and obviously it was a huge goal. And, you know, I felt really happy for him because we were just talking about him in the room. There aren't many guys that are going to battle like him every night. 3-3, and he still is out there hitting everything that moves. He led our team in hits last month at, you know, 5'10", 185 pounds. That's the kind of effort level he brings every night, and it paid off tonight in the shootout.
Seems like he's been by far the most consistent, reliable defenseman that you could throw out there, just from tape to tape, from end to end.
Yeah, you know, he's really good for us, and you know, he's an older guy. You know, he played 4 years of college, and then I think this is his 4th year pro. He's got a lot of experience. He's got a lot of savvy out there, and like I said, nobody's going to outcompete him. And for me, that makes up for a lot of shortcomings in hockey players.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah.